remind you that Myanmar is not the only country in that region where this kind of a struggle is going on. You're seeing it in the Philippines, for example, in Marawi. You're seeing it in Thailand. You have seen it in parts of India. So in all these places, unfortunately, this kind of an armed struggle has been going on, and these groups are in fact networked with each other. They are close to each other, and basically their point is they want separate states. They don't want to live with a majority of people. They would like to live in a separate state where you can follow a very ultra extreme view of theology and laws which very frankly do not belong to the 21st century. I'd like to point out that a section of the international community based in the Middle East has been sending hundreds of millions of dollars worth of arms to a section of the Rohingya people, and this is leading to killing of Buddhists, killing of Hindus, and killing of moderate Muslims. So it is the most irresponsible thing to send money and to get weapons sent to this area. I'm sorry to say that those countries and those societies that are pointing a finger at Aung San Suu Kyi are not saying one word about this inflow of arms into the hands of a section of the Rohingya. The fact of the matter is very simple. If the countries in the Western world are talking in terms of the Rohingya, well, they have a very simple solution. They can accept the Rohingya into Europe. They can accept the Rohingya into North America, Canada, Australia, the United States, the European Union, the UK. All these countries can open their door to the Rohingya. They can do what they are prescribing for Myanmar. Let them put action before words. I'd like to point out that the LTTE was finally eliminated because the then government in Sri Lanka, headed by President Rajapaksa, refused to listen to all the various countries and people who urged him to go slow on his war against the Tamil Tigers. Today Sri Lanka is a peaceful country, and today Sri Lanka does not have any acts of terror. Aung San Suu Kyi simply wants to do the same thing. And to talk about taking away the Nobel Peace Prize, when the Nobel Peace Prize has gone to Henry Kissinger, who bombed Laos, who bombed Cambodia, who bombed Vietnam, who killed so many people. I mean, this is totally patently absurd and totally hypocritical. On the one hand, you have no problem with Henry Kissinger having the Nobel Prize, and then you blame Aung San Suu Kyi for wanting to keep her country united.
That's a good point.
The Rohingya themselves should take the initiative in identifying these extremist fighters, bringing them to book, and to ensure that this kind of activity does not go ahead in their name. They have to embrace modernism, they have to embrace moderation, and that's the only way you can solve this problem. Well, we know Aung San Suu Kyi very well in India. She was living here for a long time, including in her young days. She's a woman of steel. She's got very strong principles. She's a very patriotic individual. And I am very certain that the resources that Myanmar has got, Myanmar will progress and go ahead. The problem is that the Rohingya community has to understand its enemy is not the Buddhist population. Its enemy is not the Hindus. Its enemy are the Wahhabis in their midst. And throughout the world, we have this problem.